Welcome back to the Mistwalkers Everfest set review. I'm Biako. So today we're going to be talking about the wizard class. And the wizard has definitely done well in this set. Is it good enough to be classic constructed playable? We'll find out. So the first card I want to mention here is Icelander. Obviously this was the promo card that is in the February kit, armory kit. Do not forget to go to your friendly local game store and compete for these. She has Essence of Ice. If it's not your turn, you can play non-attack action cards with a blue color strip from your arsenal as though they were an instant. When you play an ice card during an opponent's turn, create a frostbite under their control. She has 18 health, which is more than Kano, and 4 intellect. So, what is there to like about her? Well, obviously, as a young hero, she gives you another wizard to play. It gives you a wizard that can play ice cards. So you can do stuff on your turn if you wish. But unlike Kano, she doesn't have the built-in ability to go hog wild and pig crazy on instants on your opponent's turn. The only way that they can do that is either literally have an instant in hand or have an ability that will trigger that, or play a card with a blue strip from their arsenal. So that's going to have some limitations. But the fact that she has a built-in control mechanism of being able to play ice cards, being able to play cards like Blizzard and and any non-attack action with a blue strip on your opponent's turn is very interesting and also very fearful. So you're gonna need to know what crap they might flip up from their arsenal on your turn, because it may not be fun to see. It's definitely an interesting hero that I'd like to play around with. I think Kano is a little combo-y for me, and maybe a little too much. And this might give me a better taste of some of the fun things that Wizard class can do. Next up is their majestic weapon for this set, Kraken's Aether Vein. Once per turn instant, pay 3, deal 1 arcane damage to target opposing hero. Draw a card for each arcane damage dealt this way. So this is an instant, which in and of itself is insane. Let me pull back up Arcane Rising for a minute. I was looking to see if there was a way to increase damage on something other than a piece of equipment. Yeah, most of these say the next card, so that's probably going to wipe that out. But if they ever print a card in the future that increases the arcane damage dealt from any card, it would let you do some nasty things to refill your hand. I think it's warranted the 3 cost for this, even though you're dealing just 1 damage, because you're drawing a card if the damage is dealt. So they're going to want to prevent the damage, or they're going to let you draw more fuel, and I think that's scary. Next up is a defense reaction. Sigil of Pauperets. It's 1 cost, 2 defense. And while this is defending, whenever you play a wizard card, Sigil of Pauperets gains +2 defense. So in theory, you could play this from Arsenal while defending one of your opponent's massive attacks, 6-8 damage, and then play a couple more cards and end up only taking 2 damage because this thing's sitting at 6 defense. It only comes in blue. I guess the question is, you want to play on your opponent's turn anyway. That's been Wizard's shtick since Arcane Rising. So you may be slotting this in the old sideboard. All right. This card has some wild potential. Aether Wildfire. Sorry, I've got it blown up on my other screen. So I apologize. Cost 2. Deal 4 arcane damage to target hero. When this is played during an opponent's turn until end of turn, action card effects that deal arcane damage instead deal that much arcane damage plus X, where X is the damage dealt by arcane wildfire. So what kind of madness is this? So if your opponent plays his entire hand and has 1 card or no cards left in his hand, Kano would go absolutely wild with this card. If you have a way to play this card and deal a full 4 arcane damage, then whatever you would whatever you would play after this card on your opponent's turn would deal whatever damage plus 4. And if you somehow got to play both of these on a turn, the first one would be modified by 4 and the second one would be modified by 4. All I can say to that is Trogdor, the Burninator. I don't want to be anywhere near this card. Alright, next up is Scour. This costs X. Destroy X target aura tokens and or auras with cost 0 controlled by target hero. Then deal arcane damage to that hero equal to the number of auras destroyed that way. Blocks for 3. Okay. I talked about some auras previously. I didn't talk about all of them. Seismic Surge tokens are an aura. Quicken tokens are an aura. Zen token is an aura. So there are so many classes now that have auras that can be targeted that it's crazy. This card alone does some very dirty things. This, oddly enough, might actually be worth testing as a sideboard card in a matchup against Prism and any Ruinblade hero. Since Prism likes to make those free Spectral Shield tokens, and then Luminaris lets you attack with them and ping you to death with them, being able to play this on your opponent's turn through Kano's ability or Icelander, you can put this face down in your arsenal slot, draw back up, and on their turn they go to attack and you go, okay, I'll flip this up and pitch 9 and destroy 9 tokens and deal 9 to you. I'm sorry, that would be absolutely nuts. Now, that's a lot of arcane damage that they have had that they're going to have to deal with, and you have blown up all their attackers. Just, this is chef's kiss. And you can even do it to Ruinblade. They play an attack action, or not attack action. They play an action card with go again. They play a second action card, and you go, hold up, blow up your rune chance and deal X to you. You'll love to see it. Yeah, if you're a wizard player, be picking these up. Now we get to the rares. We're going to get to Emeritus Scolding, so it's going to cost 2. The red version deals 4 arcane to target hero. If it was played during an opponent's turn, it deals 6 instead. And of course, it also scales. So the yellow does 3 and 5, or 2 and 4. See. costs are very interesting in wizard decks based on damage numbers, but I suspect get past my ruin blades here. One for 4, 0 for 3, 2 for 5. Okay, so yeah, that plays. That's about right. So yeah, these are actually heavy hitters if you're playing them on your opponent's turn. Icelander can only play emeritus scolding on their turn, unless they've got storm striders or something like that. But Kano, he got way too many tools for this. Next up is Pry, and so I have been told that this looks like DM Armada from a side profile. Not the top half, but the bottom half. But this card is so interesting. Lets you literally pluck a card from your opponent's hand. Now, obviously, if you play it during your opponent's turn, then you get to look at their whole hand, or you get to look at 3 cards from their hand. But in a 4-card hand, that's usually not. There's not much difference. Oops. I'm trying to think. I think the yellow does 2 and the blue does 1. So obviously the red you get away with a lot, the blue not so much. So you would really want to be able to play this during your opponent's turn. Still, that's kind of strong for a common, but no go again. So if you're not playing on your opponent's turn, you're really wasting it. Speaking of auras, pyroglyphic protection. So this one costs 2 and also comes in 3 flavors. Has 2 defense. The red pitch reads, if your hero would be dealt arcane damage, prevent 3 arcane damage that source would deal. At the beginning of your action phase, destroy pyroglyphic protection. So the red, the yellow, and the blue all prevent against arcane damage. So my best guess is this aura is a sideboard card against the wizard matchups and any Runeblade matchup. As you can simply put this card out. Viserai hates this because it's arcane damage. Each Runeblade each rune chant token is 1. So this blue is just nutty, and the other 2 is like, even against like Arcane Crackle, and I knew I was gonna forget it. The one from Monarch, the other one from Monarch. Anyway, that just, it prevents so much in those matchups. So now they have to have a way to destroy this aura. Timekeepers Whim. So this is a wizard action. Costs 3. It deals 5 for the red, 3 defense. If it's played during an opponent's turn, put it on the bottom of your deck. And then it also comes in yellow for 4 damage and blue for 3 damage. What's important about this is if you play these on your opponent's turn, they're immediately going to go to the bottom of your deck, which means you're going to have more gas for the late game. Now, can you afford to always play these on your opponent's turn? No, but giving you the option to do so is very powerful. Also, the Salvador Dali style artwork, by the way, the foil looks amazing, is pretty cool. Okay, that is all of our wizard cards for this section. If you liked this set review, please like, share, and subscribe. Go downstairs. Go down in the comments below. Leave us a message. What's your favorite wizard card? What's the one you're going to hate to see the most of played in the Everfest environment? Until next time, even in Wraith, there is no escape from the tiger.